So first of all, were you guys pleased with how the community reacted to the level tools in Little Big Planet?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We were just, when we started making the game, the most exciting thing was what is going to actually happen, what the community going to make with the tools that we give them. We knew what sort of levels could be made, but we just didn't expect, things like the calculator level and people making working pianos and music sequences. It was just incredible what people were doing. We couldn't have asked for more. We've always been in touch with the community. I think Little Big Planet, unlike any other game, is a real conversation with the community, and so we just listened to what they had to say. Little Big Planet 2 is a massive response to the community of Little Big Planet 1. The type of things that they were making, we've made it easier for them to make. We realised very quickly that people didn't just want to make levels, they wanted to make games. So with Little Big Planet 2, that's exactly what you do. You can make games. It works exactly the same as in the first game. We use Poppet, so everything is done using the 6-axis controller. What we've done is we've introduced some items that make it a lot simpler for people to do things. So if you remember something like the calculator level, if you look at that online and the way that was made, there was all sorts of strings and wires and cables and switches, and we've given the players the ability to take all of that and put it into a small microchip, and that microchip can then be shared and passed on. It can be duplicated, so you can have multiple calculators, just all the size of a sticker or a badge that just goes on to whatever it is you're working with. I think the thing is, people are just going to have to get their hands on the tools to see how easy it is.
So I think one of the coolest things about the original game was the music that you guys licensed for it fitted the levels so well, and it looks like that's carrying on over into the second game. Can you give us a little bit of a description as to how you guys go about choosing the music and picking it?
Sure, yeah. I mean, the credit for that goes to Kenny. Kenny's the music man at Media Molecule, and Kenny's really passionate about the music, and what he does is he wants the music to perfectly match everything else in the game. I mean, if you look at a level, there's a whole sort of colour palette and a texture palette that goes with it that Kareem and the artists are really passionate about, and Kenny brings that same passion to the music and decides what is going to work on here. Can we get a licensed track that's already out there, perhaps something a little bit obscure? Do we need to get a composer to compose it, or do we allow the user to have a bit of control over what is going to be in it? I think you've seen on Little Big Planet 1 that the music that Kenny chooses is just amazing, and we're going to be talking more about the music at Gamescom, but I think people are going to be really pleased with Little Big Planet 2. One of the things the community had said to us is that they really like this sort of cooperative and the idea of co-opetition, as we were calling it. It's sort of cooperative gameplay with a bit of competition, but gamers essentially at the end of the day, they want to win. If you're playing against somebody else, you want to win. So multiplayer, it's just going to be, you can have like death matches. There's going to be loads of ways that you can compete with each other. It's just going to be amazing. The biggest new thing on the single player side of things, I think, is that we've introduced this idea of being able to make videos, movies. So in the version that you get out of the box, you're going to get a whole story mode with cutscenes, something we've never had before. And I think what users will do with that, what creators, as we call them, are going to take those things and they're going to make their own videos and make their own movies and make their own pop videos, and we're really excited about what that's going to bring. 3D and Move is something that we're really, really excited about. The team at Media Molecule, very excited about it. 3D is something that we haven't got planned in the pipeline at the moment, but obviously we'll be working on that in the future. What we've done with Move is we're going to have a taste of what you might be able to do with Move, and we're hoping to get that on the disc. I think that'll give people a taste of what's to come. But in true Little Big Planet tradition, when we really get to grips with it, we want to do something where people are able to play, create and share, and that's what I think is going to be really interesting.